New games out next week. An official confirmation of the PSVR2 Sense controller's compatibility with the Apple Vision Pro. More details on upcoming games and more. We have so much to talk about today, but before that, please make sure you subscribe to Nothing But Gaming. So much effort goes into making these videos, and I would really appreciate it if you showed your support simply by clicking the subscribe button. It only takes a second, but it means a lot to the channel and makes a huge difference. And of course, your support is very much appreciated. Alright, now that you're subscribed, let's talk PSVR2. Step into the virtual court for fast-paced rallies, the satisfying thwack of the shuttlecock, and delightfully friendly rivalry in vibrant locations. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a backyard beginner, this game is easy to pick up and impossible to put down. Developed by Fishing Cactus and published by Perp Games, Badminton Time VR features fun arcade gameplay with power-ups, 5 fun minigames, and 5 different training grounds, tournament mode with trophies to win. You can compete with other players on leaderboards, 11 different vibrant locations, and a diverse range of avatar and racket customization. Don't forget, you can play alone, against AI, and with humans, up to 4 in the same match or minigame. So be ready for matchmaking or to invite your friends to join the party. And of course, just like any other PSVR2 game published by Perp Games, if you purchase Badminton Time VR, you will receive the VR Skater Pro Series Tour DLC and the VR Skater FX Truck Pack 1 DLC free of charge. Badminton Time VR launches on PSVR2 next Tuesday, June 17th, and it looks like a lot of fun. Do you hear that? Sounds of classical music and an arrow rushing by. Boost your way through the enemies inhabiting on different game levels and come out a winner. Remember, all in your hands, a bow and a chance to survive. Presentiment of Death is a high-intensity first-person VR experience where you fight robotic enemies using nothing but your bow, reflexes, and the ability to manipulate time. With each level, the pressure builds, and so does the challenge. Boss fights, time dilation, and precise archery from the heart of this unique, stylish experience. What makes this game special is its pick-up-and-play accessibility combined with depth and replayability, perfect for both seasoned VR players and those new to the platform. Developed by Ixakis and published by Funtech, Presentiment of Death releases on PSVR2 next Thursday, June 19th. It should be priced at $14.99, and I should have a review on the channel very soon, so stay tuned. Culture learn, you must. Maestro become, you will. In this stunning VR experience, you lead a full orchestra on the grand stage of a historic Paris opera house. Every performance is a grand spectacle of style and sound. Dress for the occasion with stunning period costumes and set your stage with monumental decor. With PSVR2's true-to-life hand tracking, set the tempo, give cues, and sculpt soaring crescendos just like a real conductor. Tackle multiple difficulty levels and ever more intricate scores that will literally test your skill, ensuring every composition feels alive in your hands. Developed and published by Double Jack, Maestro is out next Friday, June 20th for $24.99 USD/euros or £19.99, and you can benefit from a 10% discount if you subscribe to PS Plus.
The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered.
Capcom has confirmed this week that Resident Evil Requiem can be played from start to finish in first-person perspective. What does this mean? Well, it means that the PSVR2 port is looking more likely than ever, since it is much easier to port a first-person game to VR than a third-person one. Personally, I believe the game will come to PSVR2 eventually, and I already put out a video on this, so check it out if you're interested. But I wanna know what you guys think about this. Do you think the game being first person means a VR port is more likely, or do you think this doesn't change anything at all? and it all depends on whether Sony funds a VR version. I'm interested to know what you guys think, so comment below.
They're coming. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. A special one.
This week, another PSVR2 game was shadow dropped on the PlayStation Store, and it's Drunkn Bar Fight 2. The game that was listed on the store last week, and I told you guys all about it. It's basically a silly action fighting game by the monkey, and it features multiple enhancements over the original title. The game is now available for $9.99 USD, £9.49, or €11.99 euros, and I don't know why they always charge European countries more for the same product. The VR Developer Direct aired last Tuesday and it focused on 3 highly anticipated VR games: Reach from Endreams, Thief VR Legacy of Shadow from Maze Theory, and Roboquest VR from Flat2VR Studios. Let's start with Reach. I must say guys, this one looks very promising. The developer says it's a translation of games like Uncharted and Tomb Raider into a first-person VR world. It has 3 core pillars: action, adventure, and presence. Endreams claims that Reach will redefine how you move in a VR game. It relies so heavily on physical interactions. You know, reaching out, pulling yourself through spaces, jumping, etc. And it has what the developers call a full body awareness system, meaning a fully realized body, which obviously makes the game more realistic and more immersive. Reach will have a linear campaign, and combat can be tackled in either action or stealth, as you prefer. The game will provide the necessary tools to support your preferred playstyle. P.S. This is not the only game currently in development at Endreams. They also have other exciting projects that will be revealed soon. Let's move on now to Thief VR Legacy of Shadow. The developer claims it will honor the core pillars of Thief: stealth over combat, light and dark as tools, and a richly layered city full of secrets. The game features a fresh story with everything reimagined for VR. It takes place between the original trilogy and the 2014 reboot, and you play as a new character called Magpie.
I was raised in this city's shadow, free to take whatever I need to survive.
Finally, Roboquest VR. Now this one is going to be a full VR conversion, not just a simple port. Everything had to be reinvented for VR: the HUD, the minimap, etc. It has over 50 weapons with manual reloading, about 80 weapons to be precise, which is insane. Flat2VR also revealed they have other unannounced projects in the works, some of which we will probably see in the VR game showcase very soon. This week, a new PSVR2 horror game was added to the PS Store, called SCP-087 The Stairwell Horror VR. Sounds great, doesn't it? Not just that, but the game's page doesn't have any trailers or screenshots, just a typical description. And did I mention that it has a release date of July 30th? Yeah, something isn't right with this game. So my recommendation would be to stay away from this one until we see it in action.
We will escape this time. We need to find a way out.
Out of Sight VR is now listed on the PlayStation Store ahead of its launch in Q4 2025. And guys, you have to wishlist this one. Trust me when I tell you that it's going to be brilliant. I played the first hour of the game on PC VR and on PS5, and I was absolutely blown away. Check out my first impressions video by the way if you're interested, but yeah, make sure to add this one to your wishlist to support the developer. This is the kind of developers we must support. Previously on PSVR2 news. So yeah guys, the announcement could come next week or later this year, but nevertheless, it is definitely happening. And you better thank Apple for this, because Sony clearly doesn't give an F. There it is guys, it has been made official. Expect Sony to start selling PSVR2 Sense controllers separately very soon, courtesy of Apple and its Apple Vision Pro. Reading from uploadvr.com, quote-unquote, as rumored for months now, visionOS 26 will add native support for the PlayStation VR2 Sense controllers, which Sony will sell separately from the headset. Apple says this will bring a quote-unquote new class of games to Vision Pro. I am very happy that this is finally happening, but I am also furious that they are doing this for Apple and not for us. So f*** you, Sony. Seriously, we expect better from you.
Something's wrong down here. The deeper I go, the less I trust what I hear. But her voice, it keeps pulling me forward. And I still don't know why.
Before closing off this video, I want to let you guys know that if you've been waiting to buy the physical version of Wanderer: The Fragments of Fate, well, it looks like we're gonna have to wait a bit longer. Mighty Eyes announced this week that the physical release has been delayed to quote-unquote later this year. Hopefully that doesn't mean November or December. Anyway, the studio has so much on its plate right now, so I guess it is what it is. I also want to let you know that Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 is joining the PS Plus game catalog next Tuesday, June 17th. So, if you're subscribed to PS Plus Extra or Premium and haven't played it yet, make sure to give it a try. And finally, I want to inform you that The Midnight Walk is getting a film/TV adaptation. This was reported on by Upload VR and it says here quote-unquote, announced in partnership with Story Kitchen, a production company who formerly worked on adaptation for Sonic the Hedgehog and Tomb Raider. Moonhood Studios confirmed The Midnight Walk is up next. Founders Cloud Lingold and Olaf Rydmalm specifically mentioned both film and television plans in a prepared statement, and the project is currently in early development, as a producer are quote-unquote currently meeting with writers. No further details are presently known about this upcoming adaptation. And yeah guys, that's gonna have to do it for this video. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Seriously, your support means a lot and I appreciate every single one of you guys. So please make sure you subscribe to Nothing But Gaming. Make sure you turn on the notifications, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, take care.